Hi, I'm Philip with Cave Now, and today I'd like to go over two different ways of rigging a surface pit. What we're talking about is a tree as an anchor, rope around the tree, tie a knot, and then throw the rest of the rope down the pit, hop on rope, okay? We're going to go over the figure eight follow through and a variant of the figure eight in a bight called the tensionless hitch. So let's start. Now to tie a figure eight, what we need to do, well, let's start by tying an overhand. And an overhand is literally the easiest knot you can tie. Okay? We don't want that. We want the figure eight. So what we'll do, instead of making our little basic loop here and going through, what we do for the figure eight is go around one more time. Boom. Okay? Figure eight. It's nice, it's symmetric. We can check it out easily if we're hopping on a rope just to see if we want to trust a knot that our buddy tied. In its most core form, this is a useless knot. But what we'll see is it's some very useful variants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 6 feet of rope. I'm going to tie a figure eight just like this. Okay. So back from the end of the rope, I've got my symmetric figure eight. Okay. I'm going to move it over just a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to take the end of that rope, pulling it around the tree. Okay. Now, the figure eight is here. Okay. The tail of our rope is here. So all I'm going to do is follow through. I'm going to start with this rope. And I'm going to follow it through all the way and out the bottom. Okay. So in through the top of the knot, out the bottom with this rope. So watch me follow it through, okay? Here I am going back up around here. Okay. Following the rope around, out the bottom. Looking pretty good. Nice symmetric knot, okay? This knot needs to be dressed and set. Dress just means making everything kind of parallel, not crossing. And so I'll just fold this here. And you can see when you dress it well, the knot sets really nicely. Okay. Now to finish this off, I would take the tail, just make a little overhand knot. Just like that. Nice and tidy. It doesn't get much better than that. Okay, so that's the figure eight follow through. Next we're going to do what I did. This is called a figure eight in a bight. It's the same thing as that. Here's my little overhand knot. Now a bight is a non-crossing piece of rope. Okay? So this is a non-crossing bit of rope. Okay? This is called a bight. So all I'm going to do, instead of making the figure eight with a single line, make the figure eight with a bight. Figure eight in a bight. Okay. Same knot. Exactly the same knot. Okay? Now what I'm going to do with this guy, pulling it around the tree, I'm going to take him around twice. I'll struggle there to get the rope around the rest of the way. Okay, so this is going to be my anchor. Let's pretend this is my anchor. This is my figure eight. This rope goes down the pit. Okay? So all I'm going to do is take a spare carabiner. Here it is. And I'm going to clip it into the bight. And then into the rope. I'm going to use a locking carabiner. I'm going to lock it. Okay? Now, this is a hitch. If you were to take the tree away, this whole anchor would fall apart into nothing. And so if I, at this angle, about this angle, pulling about this much on the figure eight, if this rope goes down the pit and I'm on rope, this rope can be weighted and the knot won't really get much tension at all. You can see the knot is pretty slack. Okay? So this is a tensionless hitch. The knot never really gets much tension. Now if you pull over this way, you're starting to put a little bit of tension onto the knot. Not still terribly, not too much, you know. And of course, if you go over here, that's a little bit too much slack. The anchor is likely to just twist around until the knot has just a little bit of slack on it. So, here we had our figure 8 follow through and our tensionless hitch. I hope that helps you out get down a few more pits.